Alright guys, in our last video we were talking about our interview with Bryan Sands. Go check it out. And we also talked about the coffee that we're brewing, and which was from Flores. Really good stuff. Great flavor. What was it? It was like bold and
earthy, woodsy.
Yeah, I was saying it had a lot of kaya berry. Anyway, we'll get into it a little bit more deep in the other episode. But this episode I wanted to just talk to you guys about the methods that we're using to brew stuff. Two of my favorites, which are the Chemex. This is actually given to me by my brother Cisco. He's up in Colorado. He's got his own roastery called Steam Whistle Roastery. But honestly, this is probably the cleanest, best cup of coffee that you can get. It comes with a really nice, thick filters that filter out all the debris of coffee or whatever. But the way this works, the way that this really gets the most out of your flavor, is it's got this really big hole. That hole, because it's so large, all the coffee gets pushed into that hole. And when the water is now going through the Chemex, it's pushing through all the grounds. Because the grounds aren't getting stuck out here on the outside rim, they're actually getting pushed to the bottom. Right. So all the coffee is going through, or all the water is going through all the grounds. And you get that really good. It's almost like a French press, but a lot cleaner. I don't really like French press, so for all of you people that just clicked away, well, you're gone. But for all you people that don't care about French press either, this is a great solution where you get that great French press flavor because you're pressing through those grounds with that water and the gravity. Right. And you're also getting a clean cup, which that's why I don't like French presses, because it's always debris in it. Alright, the next thing that I got right here is the Hario v60. Now this is actually not the Hario v60. This is the, what are those, Decanter that holds it. So I'm going to put this down and show you what the actual Hario v60 looks like. Is this little guy. It's plastic. You can get them in ceramic and in glass. But they've got the same kind of concept. This hole's a little bit smaller compared to the Chemex. So you can kind of see the difference there in size. But what this guy got here is these little ridges. I don't know if you can see them, but you can kind of see a twist in the ridges there. Yeah. So those twists are important because normally when you get this type of drip through, well, one, you get a really small pinhole or 4 pinholes or whatever, and two, you get straight ridges. And the paper gets in those straight ridges and it kind of sucks itself to the wall of the
defeating the purpose of the ridges, right?
Yeah, exactly. So the ridges are there so that the paper doesn't cling to the wall. And when it does that, the water that's going through goes through the coffee, through the wall, kind of like how the Chemex goes straight down, but this is actually going through the coffee horizontally. With those ridges going straight, it goes to the wall, so the coffee doesn't go through the coffee, or the water doesn't go through the coffee. It just goes straight down through the pinholes. So you're really only getting the coffee out of a small portion of your bean. Some of it's getting soaked. And
on a regular coffee maker.
On a regular one. This one, because it has this twisted ridges, the paper doesn't really cling to the walls as much. And then it has that larger hole, so it has that same effect pushing through the grounds. And so it's really good. This one's actually a lot faster brewing, I think, than the Chemex. So this was actually my favorite one. I really like this one. So if you can get a cool decanter like this, but they actually make some that go right on top of your mug.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah, those are pretty sweet too. So anyway.
For one mug guys like me.
Well, yeah, I'm actually a 2 mug guy, so I gotta get this thing. But yeah, this could be easily mistaken for your typical right on top of your mug pour over, which just has that little hole in the bottom, which is just really not. It looks the same, but it's really very different because of the ridges, mainly because of the ridges, but also this huge hole in the bottom is a big plus.
Right. If it's really a completely different design.
Yeah, looks the same from the outside, but yeah, no, that hole in the bottom. If it just had that hole in the bottom, it would be a lot better than anything else that you're gonna get out there.
So you can get these on like Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. We can have some. We'll have some links in this video where you can go to Amazon and buy that stuff
beneath.
Yeah. So, yeah, check those out, and thanks for checking them out. Hope you are able to get a better coffee experience through this video, because really, I mean,
Yeah.
If you're doing the pour over, this is the way to go with these two, I think.
So, I'm gonna get one for sure. It's cool stuff. And check out the coffee review. Check out the podcast with Bryan Sands. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.